love reading the Gospels. Anyways, I just want to talk about the rich man. So the rich man's parable is in Luke 18 to 30, and here are my hot takes. For those of us who don't know the story, basically a rich man, a Pharisee, came to Jesus to ask him, good teacher, what shall I do to enter the kingdom of heaven? And then he goes on to talk about one, what he should do, what he can do, and how the rich man felt after the whole interaction. So first off, I want to say that it's very important that you clock that this Pharisee did not go and meet any random person. A Pharisee is someone that like knows scripture, knows the law, and this person thought to themselves, who should I go and ask? And he knew it was Jesus. So this is to tell you that the only person that knows, like really knows how you're doing or really knows what you need is Jesus. And secondly, he's the one that can see past the gimmicks and really look at your soul and tell you exactly what the problem is. So I love that he called Jesus good because I asked myself this question, like reading the story, I was like, why did he qualify Jesus as good? Because he must have felt to an extent that he was a good person, but this other good person can tell me what I'm missing, right? Anyway, I don't know, that's my own side thought. Another thing that I would love to share is the fact that this man was a rich Christian. I don't want to call him Christian, but he was a rich Pharisee or believer at that time. So think about it this way that, oh, you're a child of God, things are going well for you. And you will think that, oh, you're checking all the boxes and you will make heaven. So here is this Pharisee's man's credentials. He's rich, he knows the law, he is not killing anybody, he is not stealing, he's not committing adultery, he honors his mother and father. So basically the law is, the 10 commandments are in two parts, loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself. For loving your neighbor as yourself, he has that T down, no problem there. But the real question comes when Jesus was like, you know the part where I said looking into your soul part? Yeah, this is the part. And he's like, sell all your possessions, give it out to the poor, and you will receive treasure in heaven. Come and follow me. And he was so sad. That was what was so crazy about the story. He wasn't like, oh, what? He wasn't angry. He was genuinely sad because he knew that, okay, this man peeped into my soul and saw where my real problem are. Lies, better yet. And then all your possessions could be to you, my dear viewers, your idol. And it might not be your wealth, it might be your friends. You might not know how to say no to your friends. Let's go to this place, yeah, dear. Let's do this you want to do, even when you don't even feel like doing it. And then your idol might be your job. Your job say come by this time, you come. You've made commitment in church or you've made commitment with God to do something, but your job needs you, you leave that thing and you can't. You leave what God has called you to do or what you plan to do with God and you can't do your job thing. It could be your car. Yeah, it could be your car, it could be your skincare, it could be your body care, it could be your child. As a parent, you are constantly fanning over your child. Even on things like, you know, okay, God would not like this, you still put up with it because, like, it's your child. So what is your own possession? Because I thought about it for myself. What is that thing that Jesus has peeped in my soul and knows that this is her idol?